With the warming weather of springtime, Lawndale residents look forward to fresh new opportunities while celebrating the past. We honor those who give their all for the community, while our next generation gets a healthy look at reality. An interagency opportunity comes to fruition after more than a decade, and the South Bay as a whole looks toward what may be happening next. Confused? You won't be soon, as we take a look at these stories and more when Lawndale Living begins right now. Hello and welcome to this edition of Lawndale Living, the show that features everything Lawndale. I'm your host, Anita Kellett-Barry. While reading, writing, and arithmetic are fundamental skills we all want our children to learn, we also want them to learn how to manage their financial affairs. Recently, Assemblymember Autumn Burke, the City of Lawndale, Lusinger High School, and Connecta Federal Credit Union put together a wonderful opportunity for our students to learn about money and the responsibilities of managing it. Our Lawndale Living camera crew visited Lusinger High School to find out more.
The Assemblywoman Autumn Burke, our Mayor Robert Pullen Miles, and Connecta Federal Credit Union thought it would be a great idea to host an event for students at Lusinger High School, preparing them for life beyond high school, so the real world.
We've got a 2-hour simulation called the Bite of Reality. There are 8 different stations that represent a part of adult life. They can buy clothing for their children. They can buy food, entertainment. They can really engage in everything that we actually go out that makes our life run every single day.
I started losing a lot of money because of my kid. So far, like $3,000 when I had $5,000, and only like on 4 things.
And so with their budget, they've got to balance to figure out how much do I need to buy here to still be able to purchase all the rest of the needs. So they must purchase from every single table and not run out of money.
I remember being a teenager, and I remember not really knowing how to handle bills or how to build credit. And these are the things that our society has structured our success largely on.
So to have this type of service in our community to educate our residents, in particular our young folks, about the importance of financial literacy, that's important because that's going to go with them as they become adults. And they're going to live in our community, they're going to prosper in our community, and we're going to be the beneficiaries of that.
Honestly, because this really made me realize that you don't have to just spend and spend and spend, but I didn't realize I would have to pay so many things and how much it actually costs.
I'm so happy to see the parents here today, to see them here volunteering, taking part. That means that they understand the importance as well. And listen, parents know the importance, but for them to spend their time with these kids and with their kids to explain how important credit is, how important being responsible with your finances is, and how that, even as a high schooler moving into the next stages of their lives, will affect their lives is incredibly important.
I typically just spend to spend because I'm getting money from my parents, but now I feel like everyone should just chill a little while and actually realize that money doesn't grow on trees, so they have to really take care of it.
I had negative hopes for it, but then it actually turned out to be a lot more fun than I expected. It just gives you a bite of reality.
Whether they want a house or a car, whatever it is that their hopes and dreams are, it's our job to make sure that they have the tools to get to that.
We appreciate and applaud our local representatives for their efforts to help our kids learn about money management and the responsibilities we all face in this world. The City of Lawndale also appreciates the outstanding contributions of its residents, so much so that they want to recognize their contributions by memorializing these residents on the City of Lawndale's Wall of Distinction. Our Lawndale Living camera crew went to the wall to find out who would be the newest honoree.
You know, Charmaine was very instrumental in the well-being of our city. You know, she was always there volunteering her time, and she just really put all of her heart into every program that she was involved in. So we really miss her, and this is just a small token of our appreciation to her and her family for all that she has done for the city of Lawndale.
You know, Charmaine did most of her volunteer work for my department, the Community Services Department. She was amazing. She did approximately, I would say, 10 or 12 hours a week, and she just never missed a meeting. If you needed her there, she was always there. And she was very, very astute, and she was very observant and aware. If there was something going on in the city, she wasn't afraid to go to the council meeting and let us know what's going on.
She was such a giver. She gave a lot of her time, energy, and just it was, you know, really from the heart that she gave to the city of Lawndale.
I worked with Charmaine on many activities here in Lawndale. Things got done when she was there. Good, better, and different. We got it done. And we did commodities. I worked on the parade with her, and she'll be truly missed.
We were very fortunate to have her. She was, you name it, as the mayor said, she was always there, and her family, like, if we needed anything, any volunteers, she was always the first to be there.
She always went above and beyond, and for her name to be on that plaque, I love it. Our family, we're very proud that she is on the wall of distinction.
Charmaine truly deserves to be honored and remembered for her selfless service to the community, and we want to thank the Doty family for sharing their wonderful mom with all of us. After taking a look at where we have been, we can better proceed into the future, and that's exactly what the organization known as the South Bay Cities Council of Governments is helping us do. Recently, the South BayCOG, as they are lovingly referred to, held its 20th annual General Assembly. This year's theme was celebrating the past, shaping the future. Lawndale's own City Councilman James Osborne spearheaded a lively discussion of some of the issues that have affected the South Bay. Our Lawndale Living camera crew was there to also find out what issues will be affecting Lawndale and the greater South Bay area in the future.
It's a great pleasure to welcome you to our 20th General Assembly this year.
South Bay Council of Governments holds an annual event called the General Assembly, and it's open to all elected officials and the public. They come out, they get information about their cities, their communities, what things they can become involved with or to help others and so forth.
Hopefully this presentation will give you a sense of the work that the South BayCOG does and the value we bring to our members. The South BayCOG's current initiatives include managing Measure R and Measure M funds. We received $906 million in Measure R funds for the South Bay, and $1.9 billion in Measure M funds will be coming over the next 40 years.
And so I wanted to begin on a regional topic that the COG's been very involved with. You've probably all seen it in the newspapers. The Daily Breeze television news has covered the coyote issue. You know, my family came here in 1902, and I recall my grandmother telling tales of how the farmlands used to be and open countryside everywhere. And she said that there was packs of coyotes around, and they would travel from the Palos Verdes Hills and raid all the ranches between there and the Baldwin Hills. They're back. Now, Torrance has sort of led the charge on issues, and so Leroy, would you please explain some of the efforts Torrance has been involved with and how that may relate to the other South Bay cities in trying to combat the problem?
If I gave you a headline, it would be this: by 2050, perhaps by 2042, the United States of America will have twice as many persons 65 years of age and over. At the same time, the United States will become majority-minority, where no one group is the majority and non-Hispanic whites are in the minority. So I will address what it means for your local communities in terms of planning, housing, transportation, and what it means in terms of what we refer to as age-friendly cities.
California is undergoing a transition to a clean energy economy, and this includes our transportation sector. We recognize this transition will pose many different challenges for our customers, which is why we are developing a full suite of programs, incentives, new rates, and technical assistance in order to make it easier and more affordable for all of our customers to go electric.
One of the things we do very complex, we talk about the whole genome sequencing, we talk about things like the neoepitope, we talk about energy, we talk about hydrocarbons, and this is not English. So you need to figure out a way in which we need to create content and connectivity so that we can communicate at a level that makes sense to a lot of people.
If past performance is the best predictor of the future, then we need to figure out how we shift with this industrial revolution so that we can capitalize on the jobs that are going to exist in the future.
What about the public sector? What are the opportunities that we are going to seize? Whether you're an elected official here today, whether you're a citizen volunteer who serves on a commission or in civic leadership roles, whether you're a city staff person, the question is, are we going to be able to applaud the kind of extraordinary innovation that we saw coming from the private sector? What are we doing to adjust to a changing world?
Thank you to everyone who participated and made this possible, including yourself and all of the staff, and of course all the city officials that came to help us celebrate this big event.
This year's General Assembly was breathtaking in its scope, and all in attendance went away encouraged with a renewed sense of dedication to making the South Bay one of the best communities in the country. We thank the South Bay City's Council of Governments for their hard work, dedication, and commitment. Speaking of dedications, after more than 10 years, the Inglewood Avenue Street Improvement Project will begin construction. Recently, the Lawndale City Council held a groundbreaking ceremony to commemorate the beginning of the project. Our Lawndale Living camera crew was there to capture the event.
You know, this event is really important because it's really going to affect how the traffic flows on Inglewood Avenue. You know, it's very important because as you know, Inglewood is one of our corridors that's very busy. So this is going to allow the traffic to flow even greater. It's going to allow, for a lot of traffic calming relief. This is a project that's been under the works for at least 10 years or so. So we finally worked with some of our partner agencies to get this project done, and I'm just glad that we're getting it underway today.
Yeah, so specifically we're turning it up so that the Inglewood Boulevard southbound will no longer be turning into the community at 149th. And we're going to have a dedicated left turn lane as we get down to the next intersection in order to help the flow of traffic through our area.
Well, anyone who lives in Lawndale knows that traffic's a big problem, as it is throughout the South Bay and all of Southern California. So the hope is once this complete street projects is done, that we'll get some alleviation of the traffic problem for some of the residents here and others that pass through.
Well, we'll have new signals put in. We'll have dedicated left turns down at Marine, which will have the traffic flow, won't be backing up. The streets will be restriped, and you'll see new signals everywhere, and because of that, they'll all be synchronized. They are now, but we'll have the newest technology in place here in the very near future. Just be patient. There's no way around this. The street is in need of repairs. There's cracks. There's just general repairs that need to be done, and once it's done, it's going to be set for another 10 plus years. So just be patient, and we'll do it as fast as we can.
To find out more about the project and to stay abreast of news and construction updates, you can find out more at the city's website at www.lawndalecity.org or by calling the City of Lawndale at area code 310-973-3200. And now let's take a look at some of the great events and programs that are coming your way with Tom Strickfaden and the Lawndale Living Community Calendar.
Thanks, Anita. There are always lots of great events and activities going on in the City of Lawndale for both the young and for the young at heart. On Thursday, May 9th, from 4 to 5 p.m., there will be yoga for teens at the Lawndale Public Library. This class will go over basic poses and ways to reduce stress and improve overall health, led by yoga instructor Petra Poshman. Teens of any level of experience are welcome in this class for beginners. The city will be holding its annual Memorial Day event at City Hall in front of the Lawndale Memorial Wall at 9 a.m. The event features honored guests and speakers for the purpose of honoring those who gave their lives in service to our country. The event is free and open to the public. Summer is right around the corner, and parents will be looking for activities for their children when school gets out. Well, the City of Lawndale is here to help with summer activities for your kids. Summer day camp will be available for children ages 6 to 12, Monday through Friday, June 24th to August 9th from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. at Diane Bollinger Gym, located at 4040 West 154th Street. To register, please visit the Harold E. Hoffman Community Center at 14700 Buren Avenue. Registration is $75 a week for residents and $100 a week for non-residents, plus an additional $10 transportation fee and lunch fee. And don't forget, Summer Youth Basketball League is coming up on July 8th through August 10th. The league is open to kids ages 5 through 17 years old, and you can register right now. And registration is open until the teams are filled. The fee is $40 for residents and $45 for non-residents. For more information on summer day camp and summer youth basketball, please contact the Community Services Department at 310-973-3270 or visit us at www.lawndalecity.org. Well, that about wraps it up for the Lawndale Living Community Calendar. Back to you, Anita.
Thank you, Tom. Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of Lawndale Living. If you'd like to find out more about any of the programs you've seen on the show today, give us a call at area code 310-973-3200 or go to the city's website at www.lawndalecity.org. And if you have an idea for an upcoming episode of Lawndale Living, or if you have any questions, you can give us a call at area code 310-973-3259, or you can email us at citytv@lawndalecity.org. Remember, you can always find out what's on Lawndale City TV Cable Channel 3 by going to the city's homepage and clicking on the City TV guide on the right side of the screen under Quick Links. This will give you a listing of all the great shows on Lawndale City TV. And if you don't have cable TV, you can still watch us by streaming our channel live by clicking on the Watch button. And remember, you can also find us in beautiful high-definition video by searching for Lawndale City TV on YouTube. Please subscribe and bookmark us too. You can also follow and get notifications about Lawndale City TV on Facebook and with Twitter. Now, for all those here at Lawndale City TV and City Hall, I'm your host, Anita Callett-Barry. We'll see you next time.